guys, it's Nurse Gigi here with another video. Okay guys, so I'm coming here today to talk to you about why I became a FNP, Family Nurse Practitioner, or why I chose to get a master's degree in Advanced Nurse Practitioner. Okay, so basically, I went and got my bachelor's in science in nursing, and I worked for a nurse for a year. And so I do have my first year as a registered nurse story up here, so you guys who can refer to that video first of all. And so, you know, I talked about like the ups and the downs of that first year and different things that I had to deal with that first year, which included, you know, some bullying and stuff like that. People started rumors and things of that nature. So it had a lot of ups and downs. So one reason why I became a family nurse practitioner is because that was one of my overall goals in nursing. I always wanted to advance in the career, and that's one of the main things that I love about nursing, is the fact that, you know, you can advance in the career steadily. Like, you don't it's not something where there's a cap or there's a limit to what you can do. You can always advance. You can go from, you know, a diploma to a bachelor's to a master's to a PhD, doctorate. So, you know, you can always be advancing, as well as different avenues in nursing, such as, you know, dialysis nurse, nurse management, nurse educator, nurse practitioner, anesthetist. You know, there's a myriad of things in nursing. So that was one of the main things why I chose nursing, was the fact that you can like advance. But family nurse practitioner was the main thing that I sought out after, because I always wanted to work in as a clinician. I wanted to diagnose, I wanted to treat. I didn't necessarily want to be a medical doctor or go to medical school. So I wanted to do something where I could be doing something similar to that, but also having a more holistic practice, as well as having a more closer relationship with the patient. So I felt like family nurse practitioner married all of the things that I wanted to possess in a career. So another reason why I chose to do it so quickly in my career is because during my first year of nursing, you know, I felt like I wanted to have more so of a voice. I wanted to more so make more decisions. I wanted to be in a more integral part of my patients' management. Now, although, you know, registered nurses, they take care of their patients, they are, you know, part of the process of healing for the patient, you know, you still have to know, you know, do that doctor's or go by the doctor's orders and stuff like that. And it's almost in a sense like a entry-level position, in my opinion. So I felt like, you know, the next progression would be for me to be calling some of the shots, you know, per se, as well as, you know, I just have a big love for diagnosing. I've been doing this since my master's degree days in Jackson, Mississippi. I have a good friend that's a medical doctor, and while she was in medical school and I was in my master's program, we took classes together because it was at the same university. And, you know, I would always be diagnosing people. She was always like, "Oh, are you always diagnosing people?" And da, da, da. I'm like, I know, like, I really like diagnosing people. So that was one of the, you know, things that, or one of my passions was that, as well as, like I said, I wanted to have a more of a voice and a position in my patients' care per se. And you know, that's kind of where I stood. And then other things that kind of like put fire under my tail was just different things that occurred where, you know, you might get yelled at one day by a doctor, or you might get talked down to by management, or you might feel frustrated where you feel like your voice isn't heard. And so, I felt like in a position as nurse practitioner, where you work with a doctor or directly underneath the doctor, as far as nurse practitioner, you still treat patients, you diagnose patients, you have more of a place of position. And so that was really a big thing for me, was to create, a power position where I can make more decisions and I can be more so, tangible in my patient's care. So that definitely spearheaded me into going back to a nurse practitioner school much earlier. So I went back, my first after my first year of working as a registered nurse, and I was fortunate enough to get into a program where I didn't have to have worked in the ICU or been a nurse for at least 2 years. I was able to just go back with having my credentials as well as 1 year of nursing and working at med-surg. So that definitely was very beneficial. A friend asked me, where I got the motivation and the willpower to stick it through and stuff like that as far as with nurse practitioner school. And I mean, I just feel like I know I wanted something more. I wanted to, be on a different level of nursing. I wanted to be, the treater and the healthcare provider versus the one who actually, was taking care of the patient in that role. So, that was, one of my motivating factors. Another one was the fact that I was not seeing myself doing floor nursing for the rest of my career. It's a lot on the body. It's a lot, well, at least the kind that I was doing. I was, on my feet 12 hours a day, 3 days out the week, which, a lot of people were like, oh, that's not a lot. It's a lot on the body. So that was another motivating factor. And then, I have just like a drive and a passion for success. So many people are like, girl, you always in school. Oh, girl, black girl magic and And I mean, I definitely appreciate that. And I just feel like it's just like a hunger and desire that I have inherently inherited, just to achieve my dreams, to go for what I want, and to not stop at just what I feel is comfort, to push my comfort level, to push my comfort zone. And also I look at it as, I'm a lifelong learner. I'm not just someone who's just like, okay, well, you got that degree, you're done, you're not going to learn anything, this is it. No, I'm always one who's pushing forward, who's looking to go to the next level, to the next stop, to reinvent myself again, to go further and explore, because I think it's part of my nature. I'm Igbo, Nigerian, and they say we know they finish last. So, we know they finish last, meaning we don't finish last. We're always trying to, run in the race, trying to be number one. So, I don't have to be number one. I don't care about competing with others. I care about competing with who I was yesterday, which I always say. So, and then just as far as like how I did it, I think, I did it the way I did it, which was best for me. I did part-time, so I finished my program in 3 years instead of 2. Well, I don't say 3 years. I say I finished my program in 2 years and 9 months, which is technically 3 years, but whatever. So, I worked the entire way through my nurse practitioner program. I always did a full-time job. The only time I didn't do full-time was when I was doing my last set of practicum, which entailed me to do 270 clinical hours. And so there was no way I could work during that time. But other than that, I worked the full-time job the whole time. I made, I just made sure I studied efficiently. I, kept focused. I was integral with, you know, my teachers. They, you know, answered questions, they helped us out. And so, you know, I just took it by the horns and I said, I'm gonna do this. You know, it was like I was in a ring with that book and I was like, I ain't gonna let you get me. So I had to, it might have uppercut me a few times, but you know, I ducked and weaved and bobbed and weaved and I did it. Do not let me get into a fight because I might get knocked out. But no, not really. But you know, whatever. But yeah, so that's what I did. That's why I did it. That's kind of sort of how I did it. I'm going to do another video about just study tips, like what I did during nursing school and studying tips that I did during nurse practitioner school to basically, you know, aid in my success and passing tests. So guys, thank you for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this to everyone you know who's interested in nursing, who's interested in nurse practitioner or any form of nursing, be it, you know, nurse management, nurse anesthetist, anything nursing. I gotcha. Gigi gotcha. Till we meet again. Also, too, guys, oh my gosh, thank you, subscribers. I am at 100 subscribers now. And oh my God, I am so happy. Thank you so much for those who shared my videos, who watched, who commented, and who are on this journey to becoming a nurse. You can do it, okay?